Welcome to C.H.A.O.S Podcast. I am your host, Terry Lynn. I am a virtual assistant, bookkeeper, and international business strategist. I love leveling up, creating strategies, and thinking outside of the box, especially with serial entrepreneurs because we are impacting the world with new innovations, community collaboration, and global technology. We will discuss strategies that stifle mental chaos so that you can create habits and outstanding success right here on C.H.A.O.S.
Hey, I got to sass up, you know.
We're live. Hello, Miss Madeline.
Hello, darling. How are you, Terry Lynn?
I'm wonderful. How are you today?
I am really good and feeling happy in the midst of all this craziness. How are you?
Nice. Chilling. Just chilling. Taking one blessed moment at a time. Enjoying every day.
And I'm sorry, it's an Amber Alert on my phone and it runs through everything. Okay.
Yeah, it does. You can't hush it.
Yeah.
Well, we need our Amber
You
Alerts.
have to have them. I will check it out, believe me. And I keep my eye out because unless we really do the work all the time, then none of the work is done all the time.
Right. Madeline, coach, mentor, and owner.
Thank you for having me. This is an honor. I love it. You know, I love talking to you.
I know. We have such a good time together. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Turn to adjust the volume. Pronounce your last name for me.
What's that?
Pronounce your last name for me.
Faiella.
Faiella. Madeline Faiella.
Yeah.
Like I have all of these wonderful people in my life, but I don't know their last name. I know their first name.
Right.
But we don't call each other by our last name. We're not military.
I know we're not military. That's funny. It's true. I like your t-shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
It's really cute. Nice.
Yeah.
Branding, girl. Branding all the way, every day, 24/7 with heart.
Yeah. I have to remember who I am each day. This helps.
You have a t-shirt a day to tell you what you're doing, right?
I have about 14 t-shirts now.
I love it. T-shirts, I think, are like the new thing. I wear them, I mean, for a while now, and I love them with jeans and heels.
Yes, you're a real diva.
Yeah, right? I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun, and they're so comfortable. Right?
The universe has changed to allow us to be more comfortable in our divaship.
In our divaship. You better believe it. I love that. In our divaship. I like that. In our divaship, girl. Well, that's, you know, diva. I said divine, intuitive, valuable, and able.
Oh, I love able.
Yep.
Yes.
Able. We are able. I mean, we get in our own way. I do. We all do.
Yeah, it's the authenticity of it all. And speaking of authenticity, let me read your bio real quick, your intro, not your bio, but your intro. Because you are a coach, a mentor, and an owner of Madeline Faiella LLC. You work with results-driven entrepreneurs who want fearless and authentic visibility through mindset, skill set, and strategy. You are a powerhouse with a heart of gold. I like the heart of gold because that is truly you.
Aw, thank you.
You are about no BS, no fluff, and you get stellar results for your clients.
Absolutely. That's what it's about. You leave better than when you came, right?
Yes. How long have you been a coach and a mentor, or are they separate?
You know, coaching is one thing, mentoring is something else. But I think basically all my life I've been a mentor in one way or another, and in every industry that I was in. So I've been a coach and a mentor in this particular time frame for about 5 years.
Okay.
And I had a nuanced morphing into grasping that I was doing it already. So then I took myself to learn about myself.
Uh-oh.
Yes. And I said, if you're going to continue to do this, you want to make sure that you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Because you're holding someone else's heart in your hand,
Yes.
and words are power. So you want to make sure you have the right ones. They're not always right, but when you try to do your best, usually your best comes out and we're good.
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
absolutely. I just, when we have conversations with people, if we know what to listen for, we learn right away. So coaching and mentoring has been about 5 years on the solid and professional. Just before that, I did art licensing. Been an artist all my life. And that also goes into creative listening and finding solutions and all of that.
Yes, the artist thing. Hmm. When did you first become an artist?
I think I was about 4.
And
And, you know, that's such a vague word anymore. When
it
I
is.
was in the School of Visual Arts in Manhattan, I had a teacher who wouldn't even let us sign our work. He said, "You don't have the right to sign as an artist
Your own work?
yet." Yeah, he was teaching us the importance of the true artists that were back in the day. I believe now, put your name on everything you do.
Yes.
But that was the training. And the real artists were like the Renaissance men. And today, I believe that you're an artist if you set a nice table, if you wake up and feed your kids, you're creating. You're
Right.
a visionary. I mean,
And you're valuable. You're valuable at whatever
so
level
valuable.
and whatever art that you do. You're valuable because, even though I'm a techie and I deal with paperwork a lot,
That's
I
creative.
feel like an artist sometimes.
Well, and the way you do things, it is an art, and you have your own smoothness to it. It's like you got your own jazz going on to what you do.
My own little swag, huh?
Swag, baby. I love it. I love it. And I can just see, you're like, I'm a little disheveled when it comes to my organization. I have to admit it. Um, but even when I get information from you or we're going back and forth, it's like you're just real organized and beautiful and simple, and I love it. And so, yes, you are an
Thank
artist.
you.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about your favorite art.
My favorite art, I love mixed media.
Mixed media.
Mixed media.
No vocal art.
No, not
No vocal.
my thing.
No physical dancing or
Dancing, I love dancing, and of course, I sang for Eva and Eva. Decades of singing all over the world. Yeah,
Mm, yeah.
I was thinking about the visual art, but yes, lots of
Mhm.
art, and I love to watch people enjoy through expression.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like to
So
write.
how does that affect, impact, or transform into your mentoring and your coaching?
Mm.
Mhm.
It helps me to be open.
Mm.
Really helps me to think of the possibilities
Mhm.
because I always asked when I was a kid, my favorite thing to say was, why not?
Mm.
Right? Why
Mhm.
not? You
Why
can't
not?
do that, or this doesn't done like that. Why not?
That's a really, really powerful question. And I know as children come up and they say, "Well, why? But why?" I mean, I had this conversation just a few days ago.
Hmm.
Like, "But why?" Well, because I said so.
Hmm.
And I don't think that that is a method of education for our children. I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't do it, but I didn't know any better.
We don't know what we don't know.
Right. And I think that it's more powerful for our children to understand the different whys, because as we build our life, our whys are our motivation.
Oh my gosh.
Our whys are the reasons that we do
Or
things.
they can diminish us.
So what why do you find most common in your coaching?
Ooh, the why. People come to me a lot for three things. They want clarity, and I get it because it's not always easy. You know, we're humans, and we are Americans also. We
Oh.
have to take, yeah, we have to take that into consideration because
Mhm.
a lot of us tend to like want everything and forget how much we have. So I get that a lot. And of course, you know, people want to make more money. And in order to make more money, you really got to work on that mindset. And then they want to know how to get rid of the pain.
Yeah.
Whatever pain they're going through. I've seen so many people cry, and that's beautiful because they feel safe, they can let it out. It's important. You can't run a business if you can't, excuse me, you
That's
can't
okay.
run a business if you're not able to express your true feelings. And if you're suppressing all of that, you're going to suppress your income too.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that. But yeah,
Mhm.
you're stifling. That's that mental chaos that needs to be stifled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactamundo.
Well, while we're talking about pains, I'm gonna read your challenge. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a 2-year depression.
Yep.
And when I read that, I thought about 2 years. 2 years doesn't sound like a lot,
Ooh,
but 730 days
give or take, yes.
of depression?
At different levels, yes. Was really not fun, that's for sure. And the reason I share this is even though because depression is
It
huge
is huge.
and people didn't want to talk about it because, you know, when you're talking about mental health, a lot of people get squeamish and they think about the old, you know, the lobotomies. And if you go to a psychiatrist or a therapist, you're
Mhm.
crazy. But I'm here to say that we are all crazy, which is why we do need to figure this out. So I am open about it. And what happened was, Terry Lynn, I was on stage and identifying with that. And that part of my life was stellar, strong, and stood out. However, there's a big gap between once I went to my hotel room, wherever we were performing, and closed that door, I was with me, and my life was really out of balance. Totally
Mm,
out of balance. I had
mm,
too many whys and too few answers.
mm,
So circumstances brought me back to America because that happened while I was overseas. So I came
mm.
back to America, um, and I spent a lot of money and had some really big pitfalls in the industry, and I hit rock bottom. Not only because that wasn't going well, but in my eyes, I was gone. I no longer existed. I didn't know that then. I know that now. All I knew then was the pain. So the reason I come out with it is because maybe had I heard someone talk about this,
Mhm.
the way that I'm talking about it,
Yes.
then maybe they might have said, well, you know, there are parts of me that are good. So how I got through that was, and I do have I had a strong relationship with my sister so that we could talk sometimes. That helped, but
That's helpful, yes.
that's helpful. My courage.
You need
So
support.
you could be depressed, but you may have tremendous courage. Don't forget your strengths.
That's not
Remember your
easy.
strengths, right?
That's not easy in pain.
No, it's not easy. I
not
start
easy, man.
goosebumps, but it's doable because
Yes,
once we get down to the root cause of what's causing all the pain, we can do something about it. So it's work,
it is.
but it's deep work, but it's great work.
I agree. My mother just found out. I was in Florida for a few days, and my mother just found out
Mhm.
that I was admitted to um, an institute.
Mhm.
Um, I actually admitted myself based upon some advice
Mhm.
because I was in the middle of having a nervous breakdown
Aw, yeah.
and severely depressed. My whole environment was negative. It was at the
Mhm.
time that, I lost my husband and,
Mhm.
I had to be a single parent and I didn't know what was going on in my life and my job was awful. Ooh. And she was shocked because she always sees me as like she is the cheerleader of my life.
That's wonderful.
The cheerleader. So it's hard for her to digest or comprehend that at one point that I was so devastated that I needed to take myself out of my world and put myself somewhere where I could put myself back together. And we all go through a lot of things, but we don't share them.
You
And I
don't
really didn't
know them.
realize that she didn't know.
Right.
I mean, that was 1992.
Mhm.
She's
Would you
just
have
finding out.
shared now? If it were today, would you share?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've been a coach for 5, 6 years now,
Mhm.
and I've learned the power of sharing.
Yep.
I've learned that it saves lives,
It
and
does.
it helps people to have the success that they love.
Exactly.
So,
I
yeah,
think that at times it saves our lives too, because I think that all those times that we fall down, it's kind of like, God going, or however you believe, universe, whatever,
yeah,
God going, ding, ding, hello. And if you don't hear, it's like, dun, dun.
right.
So, and then, then you have like current situations. But yeah, what I've learned is that when we get low or when I get low, because it happens, we're human,
Right.
it's time to ask questions. That's all. It's just a notification, like an alert on your computer. Bing! Ask a question. What does your body want? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Stop thinking, get into feeling. And what people don't understand at times, because I didn't, and many people do get it, and I just admire them, is how much this has to do with your business, the money you make, your health, everything.
Everything.
It's all connected.
Everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was speaking with Angel Marie Monticelli. I don't know if
Mhm.
you know her, but she is a self-healing energy master.
Mhm.
And she coined the phrase that I now use as whole body health.
Yes, and I believe that there should be whole person coaching.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
I really
definitely.
believe that that's the thing that's going to happen, because you're not one thing. You are not just your business. Like
No,
when I was singing, the rest of my life was
right. You didn't have a self outside of your
yeah,
career. Yeah, that's the reason why my coaching is mainly a part of a service package for my business owners
nice.
so that they have life and business coaching
Yes,
because it's all one. Most of the time, the balance that they're looking for happens because they stop separating them.
exactly, exactly. I think that's wonderful, and I applaud you because you're giving, like, it's a double gift. It's a double gift because everything that we do comes from within us, and our mindset, our inner game, has everything to do with where we are, what we're doing, how we allow life to affect us, everything. And wow, the more I started learning, I thought, my father was right. You are your own worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We all do it.
But I just heard a term that you used. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to share it.
Okay.
Inner game.
Yeah, inner game.
Inner game. I know I've heard it's all about the numbers, it's all about, solving the problem, solving the pain, coming up with a solution. But as you've said, Madeline, it's all about the inner game.
It is
It's
the inner
about
game.
how you win your own challenges on the inside of you.
Mhm.
So I love that.
Not necessarily easy. However, I'll tell you, I think we're
Mm,
put here to figure that all out.
yeah.
What else
People
am I
always talking
excited?
about their purpose, their purpose. I'm like, your purpose is right at this moment.
Exactly. Be in the moment. When we think about the past and we look at the future, that's where we get anxiety. So being present. I remember one day I was having an off day. I think I even posted about that today. When you have an off day, yada yada. And my sister said, "Well, look down. What do you see?" And I said, "I just see me." She goes, "Where are you?" I said, "Right here." She goes, "And?" And that to me was like the most brilliant, it was so simple and so powerful. So I always do that. I just say, you know what? You're not 10 seconds ago. You're not 10 seconds from now. And in each 10 seconds, our cells are changing. Everything about us is changing. The world is spinning. There is so much movement going on. I'm surprised that we're all not dizzy. And the thing to get through it all is to be in some silence. And that's when you know what your inner game is doing to you. We want to lean into it, not to control it, but to lean into it and see. Come on, little diva inside. What do you want? What do you need? What's going on?
Yeah, Angel Marie was talking about pattern disruption.
Pattern disruption. Tony Robbins does that a lot. And
Mhm.
pattern disruption is one of the best ways, I agree, to flip that switch and change your mindset. And you may have to do that. Like I like to call it the appetizer principles, little things, little bits every day. Because when you do too much, you give up. It's like resolutions, right? I never make them.
Overwhelm.
Right. You overwhelm and I can't do it. So why set yourself up for failure? Do like appetizer principles and do little bits of things
Appetizer principles.
every day and shock your brain into something different. Start getting out of bed on the other side. Um, Talk to people that you may not have talked to. Open up more to people that you may have cut off. Eat with a different hand. Because what happens is we send off all these chemicals in our brain. And in order to rewire, we have to do exactly what she said. And that is interrupt the brain. Because otherwise, we're like, and I'm going to date myself, we're like a groove in a record. And I'm not talking about that
Oh,
one
yeah.
groove. I'm talking about that groove in the record where you had to go put a penny on the arm so that it would pop out. Well, that's our mindset. We're like a groove and we catch this groove, and some grooves can be negative and bad,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
just used to them.
Yep.
We're
We're
used to it.
we're comfortable in our uncomfortability. We're just
Yes,
comfortable.
because we're
Yeah,
familiar.
a lot of people won't change because it's the unknown that scares them. They know that, and it's,
Fear,
step outside the box. Oh no. What's gonna happen? I don't know what's
right?
gonna happen. I don't know if ands but and most of the time the things that we think about
Is not the thing at all, right?
is way worse
Everything comes
or
rapidly
less
from
rewarding.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
our blessings come a lot better than we can ever imagine but we block our blessings by not stepping outside of the box.
It's so true. And what's interesting is that, all the cliches our parents had, I used to go, you're always saying that, but they're true.
Yes, they are.
Let go and let God.
Yes.
It's so true.
It's so easy.
Yeah, and we don't like easy. My father even used to say to me, "Well, you make everything so difficult." And this is a man who survived World War II.
One appetizing bite at a time. He survived World War II.
Yeah.
You just did this when it came. You did this when it came. Yeah, I think that's an age thing. So I think as we get older, number one, we get tireder. And we just don't want to do it all ourselves. We just don't have the energy to try and control it, bump our head up against a brick wall and keep doing that over and over again. So we just let go, like, ouch, I'm done. You do it.
It's an awareness, it's like, okay, you've been knocking on my head for how many years now? And I let you in, and then I stand in front of the door because I'm like, whoops, enough of that. That light is too bright. So it's like I tell some of my clients, when you wake up in the morning, because I used to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, not angry, but blue. Okay.
Yes.
And now it's like, hello, good, I'm here. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
It's going to happen. Right.
And so I enjoy that a lot better. I could be in the same situation as someone else. I choose to do it this way because it works.
Right.
For less stress, more ease.
There you go.
Yeah.
The easy way is to let go. Do your best and just stop.
And balance when we have fun too. Sometimes I get frustrated. I go, you're not having any fun. That's why. While you're off having fun, things are working out for you.
Yeah.
We think that, I thought, but many of us think that we need to be working all the time.
Thumb on the pulse. Thumb on the pulse. But the pulse is going to happen without your thumb. Let it go. Let it happen.
Yeah, it's like the idea of like 9 to 5, we do it, but it doesn't even match our circadian rhythms. So that's why we have such unhealth. We have mental issues. That's why you have people seriously going postal, because we are out of our natural lives. I'm not saying that, it's great to have a job that you enjoy. And it's great to be 9 to 5 if that works for you. But you know what? It's not for everyone. And the human body and the human mind needs space.
Yes.
I can get more done in an hour if it's in that moment when I am focused and rocking and rolling. In 1 hour, I can accomplish so much. And so can anyone else if they focus and allow themselves the questions like, body, what do you need?
Yeah.
What is it you need? And I don't mean like
good.
Things like that, but you know what I mean.
We don't have to ask our body that. We already, that already comes without asking. But that's
that's good too. Sometimes
that's a good point, that we need to stop and ask ourselves what we need, because we're so used to just and we never say, what body? What are you saying to me? What is it that I need?
How did I get so sick, I hear? Well, last year we talked about how angry you were, and you were suppressing it because you're worried about what people would think if you let the anger out. There's ways to let it out where it's okay. There's ways to express yourself without screaming. And if you need to scream, there's places to go scream. Don't worry.
Yeah, I tell people to take a time out.
Take a time out.
Take a time out. Step outside of the situation and go scream, go holler. Once you get that layer off, then start dealing with the solution that you want from the situation. then figure out how to get the solution, then figure out how that solution can be a win-win for however many parties that are within that situation.
Exactly.
And then come back and have a conversation.
It's respond, not react.
Yes. And sometimes you need to step away
Oh,
in
often
order to respond. Oh,
to respond.
you know what? We got comments I haven't seen.
So I call it the tap method. Take a pause.
Yes.
And it's all about stopping, lowering your shoulders, breathing. And you do a belly breathe. You don't breathe with your shoulders. It makes a big
Yes.
And then you take a pause and you do, like, you look and you go, I'm here. I'm not yesterday. I'm not tomorrow. I'm not even dinner time, whatever that is. In Portugal, it's 10 o'clock. So,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and the reason I say this is because I work through all this because I was that angry person. I was that depressed person. And in order to change, there are appetizer principles that it takes daily work, and it can be beautiful work.
Do you have a workshop for appetizer principles?
I do. I have a workshop for appetizer principles. Right now, I'm running a master class for fearless visibility. It's a free 5-day master class, and it's about being visible, not only outside, but being the visible person you are authentically. But I do go into practical, tactical, what platforms are good for you, yada, yada. But I do a lot of mindset work because I know that's where it all comes from. And if anyone wants to join, we have one more day and then there's a bonus. I'm not telling anybody what that is yet, but tomorrow is the last day. The videos in the group will stay up until Sunday. The materials will be up until Sunday. So just go to Facebook and in the little search, put Fearless Visibility Masterclass.
Fearless Visibility
Masterclass.
Now let me stop because I'm new with StreamYard and I just saw that we have some comments.
Awesome.
So hi Terry, Ellen, and Vismaya.
Oh, look at this. Hi.
Sally said hi to us. Hey Sally.
Hi everybody. Look at this. How nice.
And my auntie, she showed up. Hi,
Aww.
Auntie Doris. So I want to honor them for joining us.
Absolutely. I see friends. Look at
Yeah.
so beautiful. It's so nice to know that we're all in that energy.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
All of those people are wonderful people. Wonderful, wonderful. I have been able to experience all of their energy.
I'm waving.
I know, like,
I just waved to the comments.
I know. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's so fun.
It's exciting.
Fun. I love being silly and being a kid.
Hi, cousin Leslie. Hey, Linda. Linda Woodbury has been my friend for, I think, 30 years now.
Wow,
something like
so
that.
nice.
Yeah. And there's one of my best friends. Hey, Riri.
I love that. Is that Ray Shanae?
Mm-hmm. I call her Riri. Yeah.
That is a gorgeous name. Ray Shanae. I mean, that's got snap.
Yeah, she's got a lot of snap too.
I love it. I love
Madeline, I am so happy that you have come to share with us. Tell us where to find you again.
Right now, the easiest and most effective way to find me, because I am in there doing that masterclass, go to Facebook, go to Fearless Visibility Masterclass. And I have a video every day at 11 a.m. Tomorrow's the last day, but the videos are still there. And there's material. Every day there's a worksheet. So it's an appetizer principle. It's not like you have to go through a whole workbook at the beginning, which is also great. But for this, I decided to do it this way. And please come in if you're there. Do say hello. I am also bringing back on stage online where I have speakers. I'm changing the format. That's going to be an interview format without other people on the interview, because it would turn into a little bit of a crazy mastermind. And when we mastermind, there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm changing that format and working on the book Fearless Visibility.
Oh, you're working on a book?
Yeah. I'm a
Juicy.
co-author, but this will be my first solo.
Nice.
Yeah.
So where do we find your other book?
The other book is a co-authored book, and it's published and edited through Peggy Lee Hansen, and it is on Amazon.
Peggy.
Yes, I love her. It's on Amazon, and you go to Courage Under Siege series, or just pop my name in, and you'll see the book, and then you'll see my coloring book, and you'll see my little journals and
Oh,
all.
you have a coloring book?
I have a permission to color for couples coloring book, yeah. And I have 3 little journals: journaling for attitude, journaling. I don't even remember the other 2, but
Okay.
they're there, and I invite you to pick something up if you like. Also coming out with T-shirts, because we love T-shirts.
T-shirts. Yes, we love T-shirts.
I know Vismaya has the best gratitude T-shirts.
I have one.
I know I do too, but
I love
I'm
it.
happy to say, Vismaya, that we did this real big one, and it's so big I can only wear it to bed. But I love it, and
Yeah.
it feels good. Makes me think of you, and I
Yeah.
am very grateful.
Yes, I am so grateful for Vismaya and her
Yeah.
gratitude movement. I
Yes.
love it. I love
That's
it.
fabulous.
And so now Madeline has a movement. She doesn't even know it's a whole movement. Now she has a movement, and we need to be a part of that movement so we can become fearless.
Fearless, baby. You've got to be fearless.
Fearless.
You can do that with such class. You can be fearless with such quiet confidence.
I
And
like it.
I would like to say to everybody something: don't be afraid to remove yourself every once in a while from circles of friends or circles of people.
Yes.
It's okay.
Come off of social media. Just shut it down. Cut off your phone. Cut off your computer.
Mhm.
Read a book or do nothing. Get a cup of tea, sit in the
Thank
sunshine, and
you.
do nothing. Praise God for the
Mhm.
blessings that have been bestowed upon us as we do absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Madeline, for
Thank
coming.
you for having me. This is so, well, I love talking to you.
I
And
know.
I'm honored. This is so wonderful. And kudos to you for doing this, because you're getting a lot of great knowledge out there. And my
Yes.
hope is that people pick up something and apply it.
Yes, my hope is also yeah.
Thank you.
We need each other so much.
Oh, gosh. Yes. Thank
We
you.
need each other.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. It's so nice to see you all.
All right. Have a good afternoon, and we will talk soon. And you all don't forget to go to listeninggift.com. The listening gift is going to change in a couple of weeks. And when Madeline's episode comes out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, and a whole host of other directories, her listening gift will be available. So you will get a piece of Madeline.
So exciting. Just so much fun, isn't it?
And we'll see you soon.
Thank you, love.
Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, sweetheart. So
You're
happy to be here.
Bye bye
Made my
now.
day. Bye.
I want to thank you for listening, because this podcast is for you. And don't forget to get your listening gift. You can go to listeninggift.com. That's LISTENING gift.com. Compliments and constructive criticism are welcome. If there is anything you would like me to talk about, just hit me up. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Coach Terry Lynn. That is Coach T as in Tom, ERRILYNN. And remember, create habits and outstanding success with us right here on C.H.A.O.S.